What is going on, everyone? I am Star Wars Analyst. If you're new to my channel, I love to break down and analyze all sorts of deleted scenes and scrapped ideas that just did not make it into the final cuts of the Star Wars films. I recently made a video covering an extended Separatist slaughter on Mustafar, so if you're into that sort of stuff, then you definitely want to subscribe, and you also want to make sure to hit the bell icon so that you're always notified whenever I upload a new video. I also just want to take a second to remind everyone that I am giving away a color-changing lightsaber from my own personal lightsaber store. You can check them out on my website, starwarsanalyst.com. I even have a connector piece so you can build your own saber staff. The link is in the description and also on the pinned comment, but you could also just stay until the end of the video for instructions to enter the giveaway. I think it's worth noting that Anakin doesn't become Vader when he puts on the suit. He becomes Vader after helping kill Windu and pledging himself to Palpatine. So it's not Anakin that marched into the temple and killed younglings. At this point, he is Vader. And I think this is something a lot of us forget. Even during the duel, I think most of us probably call this the Anakin and Obi-Wan duel. But it's not. It doesn't matter if there's a suit or not. This is Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. I'm not sure why most fans still refer to him as Anakin in Episode 3. Even after Sidious says, "Henceforth you shall be known as Darth Vader." It could be because he's not in the suit yet, but I think it has something to do with his lightsaber. In Revenge of the Sith, we only ever see Vader with his blue Jedi weapon, but if he had switched to the red lightsaber of a Sith, I think it would have made more people see him as Darth Vader. Originally, in Episode 3, Anakin was supposed to get a red lightsaber. In all of the concept art for the final duel, it was Obi-Wan's blue blade against Vader's red one. Honestly, I think this would have been awesome to see, but I want to hear your opinions in the comments. For now, I want to analyze a deleted scene from the script where Palpatine actually gives Vader a red Kyber crystal. The scene would start right around the time of Order 66 after Palpatine anoints Anakin as the Sith Lord Darth Vader. He would take Vader underneath the Senate House to his secret Sith hideout. The script says they enter a small chamber where a blood-red crystal glows brightly, providing light to the chamber. Sidious tells him, "With this crystal you shall forge a new lightsaber."
Thank you, my master.
Before we continue, I want to stress that in this scene, Vader is given his red Kyber crystal. This is important because it's very different from what actually happens in canon. If anyone reads Star Wars comics or is interested in starting, you should definitely check out the canon 2017 Darth Vader series by Charles Soule. It takes place right after Revenge of the Sith, and pretty much the whole first volume is about how Vader got his red Kyber crystal. Something that we learn in this comic is that the lightsaber of a Sith is not given, it is taken. Red Kyber crystals don't naturally exist. They turn red through a process called bleeding. I'll explain more of this later. So, in the first few issues, Vader is hunting down this Jedi Master named Kirak Infila. This guy is one bad dude, specializing in combat during his time as an active member of the Jedi. He eventually went on to take the Barach vow, meaning that he essentially lived alone inside the Force. Those who took the Barach vow did so as a form of atonement and couldn't interact with the rest of the Jedi Order. They disengaged with anything but the Force itself, and this is why he was able to survive Order 66. He just wasn't around the Jedi or clones. According to records, even when he did engage with the Order, he did not take part in diplomacy, training, or research. His only purpose in the Order was to fight. Infila puts up a fierce fight against Vader and almost kills him by throwing him off a cliff, but the Sith Lord ultimately snaps his neck and takes his lightsaber. Sidious then orders Vader to travel to Mustafar, where he recently suffered his greatest defeat. There, Vader brings Kirak Infila's lightsaber crystal to a dark side cave to begin the bleeding technique.
"Corrupt the Kyber crystal. Teach it your pain. Teach it your anger. Hear it sing a hymn of darkness. Make it bleed."
At first, Vader struggles with breaking the will of the crystal. It fights back by subjecting Vader to visions of what his life could be if he chose to abandon the dark side. In the vision, Vader returns to the light side, killing his Sith master, and returns to his Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and begs for forgiveness. After snapping out of it, Vader returns to his feet and again begins pouring all of his rage and suffering into the crystal. You see flashes from moments in Vader's life, and he eventually shatters the crystal's will, turning it to a crimson blood red. So this is how Vader got his red Kyber crystal in canon. It's a much more complex story than what was cut out of Episode 3. But anyway, let's get back to the scene that was in the script. Vader takes the crystal from its display stand, studies it intensely. Darth Sidious laughs.
The Sith grew past the use of lightsabers but we continue to use them, if only to humiliate the Jedi.
Darth Sidious preferred not to use a lightsaber in combat, believing that a true Sith should have enough power in the Force to fight without one. He built his lightsaber out of a rare metal called electrum, specifically to mock the Jedi. According to Jedi history, this electrum metal was a symbol of mastery in the Force. In rare cases, if a Jedi Master had demonstrated enough skill in the Force, they would be given the option to modify their lightsaber with an electrum detail. Mace Windu is one of these rare masters, and you can see the electrum detailing on his lightsaber in these distinctively golden areas. In order to mock the Jedi and show how much more powerful he was, Darth Sidious forged his lightsaber almost entirely out of electrum. Sidious pretty much bestowed the highest Jedi honor on himself as a way to say, yeah, I am the true Master of the Force. So yeah, the script goes on saying Darth Vader holds his newly finished lightsaber hilt. He makes one final adjustment, then ignites his new blade for the first time. The bright crimson hue of the plasma illuminates the chamber, and Vader's yellow eyes. Honestly, I think this would have been an awesome scene, and I think it really would have cemented the fact that Anakin is now Darth Vader. But let me know down in the comments, do you wish we got to see Vader with a red lightsaber? In order to enter the lightsaber giveaway, you must be subscribed to my channel, and you also have to leave a like and comment on this video. Winner will be chosen on March 1st. May the Force be with you.